Hello, hello. All right, guys. So this is part two of the explaining to you about the Moody Gardens, Max, the skull. I'm connected with Max, how it's all connected with Galveston and this area. Okay, so I went into the whole pyramids and how they are usually all created within the longitudinal. Let's see, what is this? They're usually longitude of 30 degrees, 29, 28. They're usually all within that same latitude all the way across the globe. And so back in 2012, May the 20th, 2012, which those of you that may or may not know, December 21st, 2012 was the supposed end of the Mayan calendar. Okay, everybody was thinking it was going to be the end of the world, and here we are again. We're still here. So it ended up being the end of masculine energy, the dominance of masculine energy in this world, which masculine energy comes with like greed, war, fighting, separation, everything you're seeing, everything you've been seeing, that's masculine energy. So December 21st, 2012 was a transfer more into feminine energy, and feminine energy is unity, love, peace, and harmony, togetherness, unity. That's feminine energy, and that's what was started to kind of go into our world back in 2012. So this group of people got together. James Tiburon, actually, he is a channeler, and he channels Metatron, Archangel Metatron. He is not in the main Bible. He is in other hidden knowledge books, like the Book of Knowledge, which I have, which also connects to this. Okay, so the Book of Knowledge, and this is all stuff that I've kind of just been sitting here and just things come in. I start Googling and I find stuff, and it's all connected. And this, what I'm about to tell you, connects everything. All right, so the Moody Tri-Pyramid Complex on Galveston Island are in exact latitudinal alignment, which is 29.6 degrees, with the Tri-Pyramidal Complex in Giza, Egypt. Okay, so Giza, Egypt is at 29.6. We're at 29.6. This is extremely significant for an axle. I'm actually reading to you, so if I look down, that's what I'm doing. I'm reading straight off of the article that I discovered that was like a major aha moment. Okay, it's a little long, so bear with me, but please listen because it's very important knowledge. This is extremely significant for an axonal energy line joins the two complexes. These two tri-pyramidal matrices will serve to bring in the initial energies of the crystalline activation of the second phase of the cosmic trigger. We tell you that an Atlantean pyramidal complex once stood very near the present location at the Galveston Pyramids. Did y'all hear that? We tell you that an Atlantean pyramidal complex once stood very near the present location of the Galveston Pyramids in the latter phase of Atlantis. This was a time when sea levels were much lower than they are today. A land bridge connected Atlantis to the Yucatan and indeed parts of present-day Texas. Okay. The pyramid complex housed 13 of the original crystal skulls, and those are the skulls I have been talking to you about, and the skull called Max was among these. It is why Max was taken inside the complex after its construction to connect the energies. As such, we tell you that the construction of the Moody Pyramids was indeed no accident. Okay, so I started getting downloads. I started getting messages like I told you. I was in front of the Humane Society, and I look across the street and there's Highway 45 and there's these three pyramids, and I just had this aha moment. I get online, I type in Moody Metaphysical, which you can do that. Another article is going to come up, which I should be reading you that one as well, that talks about how the Moody Pyramid primordial complex was completely untouched after Hurricane Ike. And as you guys know, Galveston was blocked off from the rest of the world for like, I think it was 2 or 3 months. You couldn't get on here unless you lived here. And it was just annihilated. I live in Bolivar. This place was completely gone. It was just completely gone. Roads, everything. So you guys know what happened on Ike. So the sacred Galveston Island is at 29.6 degrees north. Okay. All right. So experienced a cosmic trigger on the solar eclipse of May the 20th, 2012. Inside this is them at advertising this meditation that took place in 2012 in the Moody Garden Pyramids. Inside an enormous modern pyramid, we have exclusively rented the Moody Blue Pyramid for a meditation ceremony. The Moody Tri-Pyramid Complex consists of the Blue Aquarium Pyramid. Now that's the special pyramid, the blue one. The Glass Rainforest Pyramid, complete with a quartz crystal cave of genuine crystals, and the Copper Pyramid. The Moody Pyramids are located on the exact same latitude as the Pyramids of Giza. Now, this is important because I live in Galveston and I have, Facebook friends, and I have asked a few of those people that actually work at Moody, are you guys familiar with this crystal thing, this crystal stuff? And they're like clueless. They have no freaking idea that there are any crystals at the Moody Garden Pyramids. So I find that kind of interesting that it's not common knowledge. I find it kind of interesting that they're there, but you can't see them. So I have a friend that lives in Galveston. I sent her there, and she actually saw these crystals and sent me photos, and I don't have them. They're long, and they have like steel wrapped around them. So they like kind of don't want you to see them. I don't know. But I'm going to go back there. I want to film. I want to go look. I maybe do live and go look for myself. Joanne Parks, the handler for Max, confirmed to me, yes, there are crystals out there. Yes, they're in the garden. Yes, they're in the pyramid. Yes, they're upstairs. Now this I have never heard is the Copper Pyramid. I have no idea where that is. But guess what? I'm going to go look. So, moving along. The next thing is James Chibarone. He's channeling Metatron. And this is him talking as Metatron. Greetings, dear ones. I am Metatron, Lord of Light. I greet and honor each of you in unconditional love and nurture you within the space vector of this moment. And so we speak today of the final phase of that term, the cosmic trigger. Indeed, its completion is nigh and will occur and indeed finalize in your linear year of 2012. The cosmic trigger, as we have explained in previous channels, is the download of geometric crystalline codes necessary for the completion of the 12-dimensional expansion of the planet. The geocodes are in the language of coherent light, coherent crystalline light. Dear ones, sacred geometry is the core fabric of all realities. Sacred geometry is the language, the reality program of the cosmos. Now, this is a trigger for me, right? Because very first time I meditated with Max, he brought me sacred geometry. He showed me sacred geometry, and all the platonic solids were all like coming together. Like I said in the other video, I don't know if you got through it or not. Had just meditated with him. I was at a friend's house. I was going to bed. I was going to lay in bed. I was still wide awake. And I see just everything go black matter. Up at the top, it kind of starts to form, and it starts to come in, and it starts to form like just like this. It starts to form the human body, and the body came out, and it showed me how sacred geometry creates matter. So this was extremely triggering for me, confirmation for me, and ever since then, I'm just obsessed with the platonic solids, sacred geometry, their meanings behind them, the way that they tie into dimensions. Multiple dimensions, sacred geometry does, and it's just phenomenal. It's phenomenal. So, dear human, your reality is in truth a geometric hologram. insertion of coherent conscious energy. So it is imperative you understand that sacred geometry is far more than a mathematical branch. It is a living sacred science, an aspect of the science frequency you call unconditional love. It is a sacred science that in fact forms every nuance of your physical duality within linear space and time. And you guys, that is my mission. My mission right now is to spread unconditional love out into this world in any way, shape, or form that I can. Right next to this wall facing this way, I have love each other. I need to be outside painting, but I had this thing that I had to get this out today. And I've been wanting to get this out for you for years. And today it's a beautiful day outside. It's a great time for me to be finishing painting. But I feel I need to be telling you this instead. So that's why I'm doing this right now. So what will happen on May the 20th, 2012? The Ring of Fire annual eclipse of May 20th, 2012 will have a unique sound embedded energy that will be specifically received at Moody Gardens Pyramids in the head of the dove. Another trigger keyword, okay? The head of the dove. I started getting messages about a dove. A dove, dove. Everywhere I went, I saw dove, dove, dove. I ended up buying the Book of Enoch, which is the keys of knowledge. Let me grab that for you. All right, so I'm getting messages about a dove. And I ended up buying this thing for my son because his name is Icarus, and there was a protector of EMFs, and it's a symbol, and it had angels on it. On the other side, it had this dove, like this amazing dove. God, I hope I can find it because it's sometimes. But they have in here, let me show you this. This is Yahweh, and this is the keys of Enoch, the book of knowledge, okay? This book talks about what I'm talking to you about. It talks about the book, the return of the dove, and it shows this whole map of the return of the dove over the entire United States, okay? And the head of the dove, I'm looking for it. The head of the dove is right over you and me. And okay, there's a dove. Let me find a better one. There is a better one here. And this dove is the return of unconditional love. Now, depending on where it lays okay, now get this too, y'all. Just flipping through here. These are all sacred names. My son's name is in here. His name is Icarus, and his son, it's in here. That's another video. So I'm getting off track. Long story short, the return of the dove is in here, and that's going to warrant another video. So I'm going to just stop that, but it is connected to that, and it's connected to this, and it's just blowing my mind. Anyways, so the energy of the final wave of the cosmic trigger is feminine in resonance. It will serve to balance the areas of the earth that are in masculine imbalance. War, greed, separation, hate, all that. Both Egypt and Texas are examples of such balance. While there are indeed pockets within of lighter, more balanced energy, the overriding imbalance still creates a dense field in the industrial complexes and patriarchal southern Bible Belt. All right, so the influx of the feminine will greatly aid in the balance. Keep in mind, and which I think is part of this awakening that everyone is going through. Not woke, awakening. There's a difference, okay? Keep in mind it is not the feminine or the masculine that is required for the earth, rather the balance of the two in order to move into non-polarity realms. And that is the earth, and that is you too, okay? So we need to balance our feminine and masculine. Some of them, when I first started my journey, I was very connected to my masculine energy. I was a head of household. I was the mother, single mother, for 10 years. I was a single mother. So I was very masculine energy, having to support, having to make money, having to, keep it going, keep it going, keep it going. So after I started doing my healing and stuff, I started to tap into my divine feminine energy. And let me tell you, the balance was off, completely off. So balance is key for your earth, masculine and feminine, good and bad, right and wrong, la la la. We need that too. Okay, we are biological. The Moody Pyramids will play an extremely important role, as will Giza, in achieving this balance, yet it will take many linear years to achieve. Cosmically, we tell you it will indeed occur, and the anchoring of the 2012 Ring of Fire makes it so. Now, 2012, that was, like I told you, the end of the Mayan calendar, 12/21/2012. That was the year I released my book that is part of creating a utopian world and separating from the darkness and the bad people and the malevolent people. So all of this happened in 2012. I released my book in 2012. This is going to start talking about 2012. I had my hysterectomy 12/12/12 at 12/12. And I have proof of that. Don't have it with me right now, but I have that. When I went into the hospital to get my hysterectomy, it was at 12/12/12 at 12/12. Symbolic. I don't believe in coincidences. It's a definite synchronicity. So those of you who are the code carriers play a specific role in disseminating the new balance. Well to visit with both Giza and Moody in 2012 and 2013, carrying a tuning fork of F sharp. For its resonance opens the gateway within. These music bowls also play F sharp. I have coding. I know this for a fact. I have run into other people that are coded, and when we meet, there's an exchange of coding. You can feel it. All of a sudden, you have this extra knowledge that you never had. That happened to me in Arkansas. I was shopping, and I was listening to this other woman that was talking to the lady that owned the shop. And she was talking about having to go and do crystals at the mountain, and it connects in Arkansas. Is also a connection to this. It's all connected, you guys. It blows my mind. Let me keep it going. The cosmic trigger codes. The codes are metatronic in source and aspect, and absolutely essential to the ascension. Consider them as resonant energy upgrades to the holographic inserts that are the geo information portals of the graduating Omni Earth. Program upgrades in your computer terminology. The initial download of the final wave surge occurs on May the 20th. Ring of Fire. So this has already happened, but I'm telling you this because, let me get to the nitty gritty. Why the pyramids of the 29.6 latitude are the receival mechanisms. The codes are received initially in the pyramidal structures of Giza and Moody and disseminated across the planet. They are catalysts for awakening and releasing stored codes kept in crystalline mineralogical strata on the planet. The codes are of sacred geometric matrix, octahedral in format. That is why they are received specifically in the octahedral structures pyramids of the 29th latitude. Both the Moody Pyramids and the Giza Pyramids are constructed on precise vectors of dimensional reality convergence. So while the aforementioned octahedral pyramidal structures in themselves becomes powerful receivers and transmitters, it is a specific placement within what may be termed major absolute coordination points of reality that empower them into omnipresent in the earth plane and indeed beyond. Coordinating points are specific location vectors. All right, so multidimensional energy is coming and going from the inner antimatter cycle to the outer physical matter reality and vice versa. It is why Giza has always been recognized and why the Moody Pyramids were precisely reestablished on what is termed the head of the dove. Multidimensional energy as well as thoughts will be naturally pulled in the direction of absolute or omnipresent. Hold on, guys. I am missing the juiciness of all of this. I didn't want to get too technical with you guys. But I think I I need to go back. So, the Moody Pyramids are connected to the Giza Pyramids. There was a ceremony, a meditation to activate them. So what does this all mean? This means that the Giza Pyramids, this group of people went to Giza, they downloaded the codes of Giza, okay, and their sound that that the pyramids make as well. They meditated, they downloaded the codes. They came back to Moody, they downloaded the codes that they had from over here, put them over here, brought Max, downloaded his coding, the people's coding, and they activated Moody Gardens. What does that mean? That they are now activated and they're releasing unconditional love, which taps into the 13 skulls. The 13 skulls, when they all get together, they too are supposed to come together and release divine unconditional love. So, that's it. Moody Gardens is connected to that. The Moody's are actually, they call them as eccentric, and they built these specifically for that. I have a story that Joanne, right before I let you go, Joanne Parks, I actually, at my second meditation, I got to actually meet with her and talk with her because she was there this time around. And I asked her specifically, that's my other TV coming in with messages. Asked her specifically about the 13 skulls and if that was true. And she said that it is a legend. But in reality, technically, they have discovered 9 that are confirmed. And Max is one of them. So she did confirm that, and she did confirm about the crystals being there and that they are in the garden. So when you go and eat at that garden restaurant, they're right outside of there. So yeah, I just thought this was super interesting information. It's local. We live here. I didn't go into the whole primordial pyramids that were discovered 5 miles off of the coast of Galveston. Don't know where they are, but they were discovered here, and that's why these other Moody pyramids were built, to replace and take over the energy vortex of what they were supposed to be exuding, and now the Moody Gardens are doing that for us. So I'm going to leave you with that. There's a lot more to add to this with the head of the dove, Arkansas. There's sun discs involved. I'm going to go ahead and leave it at this. I'm going to continue on another day, another time, educating you about some pretty amazing stuff that is here locally, spiritually, and energetically. You guys, love, peace, and happiness to you all. I'm going to go paint on my mural outside. It says love each other. It's a beautiful day out there. I just had to get this to you today. I have no idea why, but I honor my messages, and here I am. Love you guys. Peace, love, and joy. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you have any questions, let me know. I will be happy to answer them. Peace out.